Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Native English Podcast, brought to you by Native English Stories. I am so glad you are here with us today. I am Sarah, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful co-host.
Hey everyone, I am John, and yes, wonderful co-host. I will absolutely take that. Thank you, Sarah.
You earned it. Okay, so we are really excited about today's episode.
So excited because today's phrasal verbs are ones you will hear absolutely everywhere. In conversations, in the news, in films, in real everyday life.
Everywhere. And if you are completely new here, welcome to Native English Podcast. This is the place where we make English feel natural, feel real, and feel truly yours.
No boring textbooks, no confusing rules, just real, practical, everyday English that you can actually use.
And if you have been with us for a while, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Seriously, you all mean everything to us. And before we dive in, if you are enjoying the show, please hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already.
It genuinely helps us reach more learners all around the world, and that is the whole point.
Exactly. So today we are talking about phrasal verbs with the word fall.
Yes, fall. Such a simple little word.
But add another small word after it and everything changes completely.
Today we have four: fall for, fall apart, fall behind, and fall through.
4 phrasal verbs, so many meanings, one episode. Let us go. But before we jump in, let us start with a warm-up question.
Yes, because we always want you thinking about the topic right from the very beginning. So here's today's question. Have you ever had a plan that completely fell through?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Like you had everything organized, everything was ready, and then at the last minute, it just did not happen?
Oh, I actually have a story about this.
Tell us.
So a while back, I was planning this big trip. Months of planning, hotels booked, flights booked, every single day planned out carefully.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It was going to be amazing, and then 2 weeks before the trip, everything fell through.
No, really?
Yes, my friend Oliver had a family emergency, and we had to cancel absolutely everything.
Oh, John, that is heartbreaking. I would have been devastated.
It was devastating, honestly. I won't pretend otherwise. But we rescheduled later, and the trip was actually even better the second time around.
Oh, that's such a happy ending.
Eventually, yes. Sometimes things fall through for a reason.
Sometimes. And listeners, did you notice that John already used one of today's phrasal verbs?
Already, haha.
Fell through. And we haven't even properly started the lesson yet.
That's how natural these phrases really are.
Exactly. So tell us in the comments, have you ever had a plan fall through? We genuinely want to hear your stories. All of them.
Every detail. Okay, let's get into it. Starting with number 1, fall for. Now, this one is really interesting because it has 2 very different meanings, and both are incredibly common.
So common. Let's start with the first meaning, the one most people think of first. To fall for someone means to develop romantic feelings for them, to start falling in love.
Like you meet someone and slowly, or maybe not so slowly, you start having real feelings for them.
You fall for them, like she fell for him the moment they met.
Love at first sight.
Exactly. Or, I didn't expect it at all, but I completely fell for him. Like it just happened without any warning. You didn't plan it.
That's the beautiful thing about fall for. It suggests something natural and unplanned, like you simply couldn't help it.
You just fell. And you can fall for places too, not just people.
Oh yes, like she fell for Rome the very first time she visited. She fell in love with the city, the culture, the whole feeling of being there.
Or, I completely fell for that little coffee shop on the corner. You just love it so much you fell for it.
We've all had that experience. A place that just completely captures your heart.
Completely. Now, here's the second meaning, and this one is very different.
Very different. To fall for something means to be deceived by it, to be tricked, to believe something that is not actually true.
Like, I can't believe I fell for that scam. You were tricked. You believed something false.
Or don't fall for that old trick. Be careful. Don't get deceived.
And this happens so much in the digital world now.
So much. Fake emails, fake offers, online scams, everywhere.
She fell for a phishing email and gave away her password. Unfortunately, very common.
Very common. And in professional settings, you might hear, "We almost fell for a fraudulent invoice. They nearly believed it was real. They almost fell for it, but caught it in time."
And here is a fun casual use when someone plays a joke on you.
Oh yes, like you totally fell for that, I got you completely, you believed it.
Haha, classic. So to summarize, fall for has two main meanings. One, to develop romantic feelings for someone or something. Two, to be tricked or deceived by something.
Two very different situations, same phrase.
That is what makes it so fascinating. Okay, role play time. I will be a colleague and you be another colleague. Ready?
Ready.
Hey John, you seem a little distracted today. Everything okay?
Honestly, I think I am falling for someone at work.
Oh really? Who?
I would rather not say just yet, but also I need to warn you, there's a fake email going around pretending to be from the IT team.
Oh no, seriously?
Yes, do not fall for it. It's a phishing attempt.
Thank you for the warning. And hey, about the person you're falling for, we're definitely talking about that later.
Haha, deal. And there you go. Falling for someone means developing feelings. Do not fall for it means do not be deceived.
Two meanings, one completely natural conversation. Beautiful.
Now everyone wants to know who I'm falling for.
Leave your guesses in the comments. Okay, number 2, fall apart. This one has really strong energy to it.
It really does. You feel it when you say it. The first meaning of fall apart is when something physically breaks into pieces or simply stops holding together.
Like, my old bag finally fell apart.
We've all had that bag.
That one bag you've kept far too long and one day it just completely falls apart.
The strap goes first, then the zipper.
Then the whole thing just falls apart. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace indeed. Or the old building was falling apart and needed urgent repairs, literally crumbling.
But here's where it gets really interesting, because fall apart is used so often in a non-physical sense too.
Yes, fall apart can mean that a situation, a plan, or a relationship collapses completely. Everything was going fine and that it all just fell apart.
Like, the project fell apart when the lead designer quit. The whole project collapsed. It could not hold it together without that key person.
Or their business partnership fell apart after a serious disagreement over money.
They couldn't hold it together. The partnership fell apart. And then there's the emotional meaning.
Oh yes, to fall apart emotionally means to completely lose control of your feelings. Like you're overwhelmed and you simply cannot hold yourself together anymore.
Like, she was trying to stay strong, but when she heard the news, she fell apart. The emotions were just too much.
Or he held it together during the whole meeting, but fell apart the moment he got home.
Strong in public, but privately, he just fell apart. That's so human.
So relatable. And there's one more really useful meaning. When an argument or a theory doesn't hold up under examination, it falls apart.
Like, his argument fell apart completely when she presented the data. He thought he had a strong point, but when the facts came out, his whole argument just fell apart.
You hear that one in discussions and debates all the time.
All the time. Role play. I'll be a project manager, you be a team member.
Ready.
Hey John, I need to talk to you about the Henderson account.
Of course, what's going on?
Honestly, things are starting to fall apart. The timeline is off, the budget is stretched, and 2 key suppliers just pulled out.
Wow, that's a lot. How is the team handling it?
Some people are really struggling, Oliver especially. He nearly fell apart in yesterday's meeting.
Poor Oliver, this project has been so much pressure.
I know, and honestly, our original plan is falling apart too. We genuinely need a new strategy.
Okay, let's sit down today and figure this out before it completely falls apart.
Agreed, thank you. And there you go. Things starting to fall apart, a situation collapsing, nearly fell apart in the meeting, losing emotional control, original plan falling apart, a plan collapsing.
3 uses, 1 real conversation.
That kind of conversation happens in workplaces every single day.
Every single day. Okay, number 3, fall behind. I think, honestly, everyone has experienced this one.
Absolutely everyone. At some point in school, at work, in life, you have fallen behind.
We've all been there. So the main meaning of fall behind is to make less progress than expected or than others, like everyone else is moving forward and you are not keeping up.
Like, she fell behind in her studies after she got sick. She missed time and fell behind the rest of the class.
Or the project fell behind schedule because of unexpected delays, such a common professional phrase.
You hear that in project meetings constantly. We have fallen behind, we need to catch up.
And catching up is the natural response to falling behind. Those two phrases go together so naturally.
Almost always one followed by the other. We fell behind, so we worked extra hours to catch up.
Fall behind works in so many different contexts, too.
So many. Financially, he fell behind on his rent payments. He couldn't keep up.
Or in a competition, the team fell behind in the first half but came back to win.
Ooh, that's dramatic.
Right, they were losing, they had fallen behind, but they didn't give up.
Very inspiring. And in technology, fall behind is used a great deal.
Yes, like if we don't update our systems, we'll fall behind our competitors. Other companies are moving forward and you're not keeping up.
Or the company fell behind in adopting new technology and it really damaged their business. Very common in business conversations.
And personally, fall behind can apply to skills too. Like I fell behind on my language learning during the really busy season.
You were making progress and then life got busy and you fell behind. Now you have to catch back up.
Motivating and relatable at the same time. Role play. I'll be a supervisor, you be an employee.
Perfect.
Hey Sarah, can we have a quick chat?
Of course, what is up?
So I have noticed that your team has been falling behind on the weekly reports.
You are right. I apologize. We fell behind when 2 team members were out sick last week.
I understand. What is your plan to catch up?
We have already started working extra hours. We do not want to fall further behind, and we should be fully caught up by the end of the week.
That is great to hear. Let me know if you need any support at all.
Will do. Thank you for understanding. And there you go. Falling behind on expectations, fell behind, explaining why progress slowed, fall further behind, warning of more delay.
3 uses, 1 professional conversation.
That is exactly how this would sound in a real workplace.
Word for word. Okay, last one, number 4, fall through. We already used this one in our warm-up.
We did. Your trip fell through, John.
Do not remind me.
Sorry, but it is such a perfect example. So, fall through means that a plan, a deal, or an arrangement fails to happen. It does not work out. It simply falls through.
Everything was set, everything was ready, and then for whatever reason, it just doesn't happen.
And it always carries that feeling of real disappointment, like you were counting on it and it fell through.
Like in business, the deal fell through at the last minute.
Oh, that is painful.
Really painful. You've been negotiating, planning, preparing, and then at the very last minute, it falls through.
Or the merger fell through because they couldn't agree on the terms. 2 companies planning to come together, but the deal fell through. You see that in business news all the time.
All the time. And in real estate, fall through is used very commonly.
Oh yes, like we were so excited about the house, but the sale fell through at the last moment.
You thought you had it, and then it just didn't happen. It fell through.
Especially after all that paperwork.
All that paperwork. And fall through applies to everyday plans too.
Right, like our dinner plans fell through because the restaurant was unexpectedly closed.
Simple. Every day. The plan just fell through.
Now, here's an important distinction between fall through and fall apart that people sometimes mix up.
Yes, fall apart suggests something that was already working and then gradually collapsed over time. It deteriorated.
But fall through is usually about something that never got to happen at all, a plan that failed before it even properly started.
The deal fell through. It never happened. The project fell apart. It started but then collapsed.
Good distinction, really important to understand.
And one more thing about fall through. You can also say to let something fall through the cracks.
Oh yes, that's such a useful expression. Like, I'm sorry, that mail must have fallen through the cracks, meaning it was missed, overlooked, slipped past without anyone noticing.
Or we need better systems so nothing falls through the cracks. Everything needs to be tracked. Nothing gets missed.
That's a really professional phrase. You'll hear it in management conversations all the time. Role play. I'll be a business partner, you be another business partner.
Let's go.
Hey John, I just heard from the client it looks like the contract might fall through.
What? Why? We've been working on this for months.
I know. They said their budget was cut and they can't move forward right now.
That's so disappointing. Is there anything we can do to save it?
I'm going to reach out and see if we can offer a revised proposal. I really don't want this to fall through after all the work we've put in.
Agreed, and let's make absolutely sure nothing falls through the cracks during the negotiation.
Every detail needs to be carefully tracked.
Let's save this deal.
Let's do it. And there you go. Contract might fall through, a deal that might not happen. Don't want this to fall through, don't want it to fail. Nothing falls through the cracks, nothing gets missed.
3 uses, 1 powerful business conversation.
Okay, let's do a quick final recap before we close. Fall for, to develop romantic feelings for someone or something, or to be tricked and deceived by something. She fell for him immediately. Don't fall for that scam.
Fall apart, to physically break into pieces, for a situation or relationship to collapse completely, to lose emotional control, or for an argument to fail under examination. The project fell apart. He fell apart when he heard the news.
Fall behind, to not keep up with a schedule, competitors, or payments. We fell behind schedule. Don't fall behind on your payments.
And fall through, when a plan or deal fails to happen at all. And the bonus phrase, fall through the cracks, when something important gets missed or overlooked. The deal fell through. Nothing should fall through the cracks.
4 phrasal verbs, so many real situations, all of them useful, all of them natural.
And now you know every single one of them.
Your challenge this week, pick just one phrasal verb from today, just one, and use it in a real conversation, in an email, in a message, anywhere at all.
Or check out the pinned comment below. We've left a little challenge there for you. We read every single one, everyone.
And we genuinely love seeing how you use them. If today's episode helped you even just a little, please hit that like button.
It means the world to us. It really does. And subscribe to the Native English Podcast.
Brought to you by Native English Stories. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you, every single one of you.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep practicing, and remember, your English is getting better every single day. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.